Hey guys, I wanted to use this video to talk about the topic of people-pleasing, what it is, why we do it, and what we can do about it. People-pleasing was a big part of my life for the first 30-something years, and it's been something which I have now rejected, despite it being part of my history, a very deep part of my history. And recent incidents have reminded me that it is something that I will continue to have to fight against for the rest of my life. If I give you some examples, that might help show what I mean. Just over a week ago, I was on a canoe trip. Now, I used to actually teach people how to canoe when I was 19, but I'd not done anything with this skill since. But I assumed that I would still kind of know what I'm doing, but when it came down to it, I really didn't. I couldn't keep the boat straight. I felt embarrassed, and most of all, I felt like I was letting other people down. And this occupied a lot of my thoughts, and I remember waking up for about 2 hours in the following night, just processing what happened, what I could have done better, how people were reacting, how people must have been feeling about me. And it was a big waste of energy, but it felt very necessary to me. Another example, I got in an argument with someone a few months ago, and this person appeared visibly upset. And as soon as I saw her being upset, I just totally dropped my perspective, my point of view, what I really believed to be correct. And I just went 100% over to her side, trying to understand how she felt, how she was thinking. Then I was spending hours talking to other people about it and really overthinking this, just to try to fix this, to try to create some way that I could possibly reconcile. So these are really, it's really energy intensive activity. So how did I get here? Well, when we are children, we are 100% dependent on our caregivers, on the people around us. And the worst thing that can happen to us is abandonment, because if we're abandoned by these people, then that means death. At the same time, when we're very young, we're completely egotistical. We think that the world revolves around us. If something good happens, it's because of us. And if something bad happens, it's because of us. So when we are exposed to behavior which is volatile or abusive, or we experience conditional love, we take it as there being something wrong with us. And we start to try very hard to make sure that we become pleasing children to our caretakers. And we can carry this fear with us throughout our lives. And it begins to manifest in our behavior with everyone. We treat our interactions with society as if they are our interactions with our parents. We really try to make sure that no one is going to abandon us. And so we try very hard. But actually, that trying very hard makes us seem inauthentic and actually drives more people away. Ultimately, people-pleasing is self-defeating, because we please fewer people to a lesser extent than we would if we are authentically ourselves, willing to take the risk of pissing people off, willing to take the risk of making mistakes. But that's life. It's risky. Some people will turn away from you. But the most important person who should not turn away from you is yourself. Don't abandon yourself for the sake of trying to stop other people abandoning you. You are the most important person in your life, and you are the one that you have to live with for the rest of your life. So love that person and treat them the best you can. Thanks for listening.